The reason for me giving this speech is to inform my professor and my classmates about the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day, the facts about Veterans Day, and why everyone should support and honor Veterans Day. So, over 90% of the population has a relative in some sort of way that has been a veteran. It's crazy to think about because there's 325 million people that live in the United States, and at least one of the people in the families has been a veteran in some sort of way. So, Veterans Day, it's November 9th, and it began in 1919 with Woodrow Wilson, originally named as Armistice Day. In World War I, he put this into effect to honor everyone that has been a veteran, that served in the Army, Navy, whatever it may be that they served in, and to respect everyone that's been in those wars. So according to the New York Times, the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day is Memorial Day, that's to reflect on everyone that has died, that has been a veteran or currently served in the Army. So veterans is the people that are still alive, and the top 3 states, according to History.com, are Alaska, Maine, and Montana. I was reading this and I was like, why is it not Texas? You know, Texas, big population, everything, big state. Everyone here is, they all have their own guns and everything. So I was thinking that might be the reason why they not. They have their own guns to protect their family, but they don't want to go out and support our country. Well, I was like, Alaska has a large population, large area. They want to go fight for their country. Maine, it's way up in the north. In Montana, I was like, come on now, Montana, they must have a really different type of culture that lives there. So that's why I was like, okay, I can get those 3 states. And it was actually 12% of their population enrolls into the military, which is a crazy number because, there's a lot of people that live in those areas. According to military.com, there are schools that are still open during Veterans Day. But during President's Day and Memorial Day, they are actually closed, which is really interesting to think about because I get it that they're honoring the memorial, the people that have passed, but why not honor the people that are still currently alive and just got out of the military? So my brother-in-law, Josh, he's a current vet, and I was asking him the other day why we should celebrate, and he celebrates it every day by going out with my sister, or every time November 11th comes along, he celebrates it with my sister. They go out and they eat, and he wears his badge, and he respects the amount of people that come up to him and talk about how he was a vet and what branch he served in. And I just don't understand why we can't get off of school those days, and why other days they are still they're still closed for Memorial Day and they're open for Veterans Day. I don't understand why they did that. But that's just how they did. So there are currently 18.2 million vets in 2019. They haven't got the calculation in 2020. But in 2019, there were 18.2 million vets. And 325 million people live in the United States. So that comes back to my topic of there are 90% of people in a family. There's one person in 90% of families that have been a vet in some sort of way. And 325 million people. I just want to respect them in every sort of way that 90% of their families have been a veteran. It's a really interesting fact. And may we shall think of freedom not as the right thing to do, as we please, but as an opportunity to do what is right.